just trying to stick to the global piece for a minute, and then we'll get onto the local piece also. And I want to talk about the private markets as well in a meaningful way. But just on the global piece, do you reckon that we've had significant FI flows for multiple years before, let's say the last 12 months? Do you reckon what stops even more money coming into India is a factor of uh, reforms needed in the capital markets? Is it stability in the tax regime? Or is it that because India is a country with twin deficits, and therefore a foreign investor would think that the first sign of trouble, this currency will depreciate, and therefore is it risky enough to put in large oodles of money into this country? I know all of these individually in a combination do ail it, but do you think there is one larger or a first amongst equals when it comes to issues that impact a foreign investor's mind?
No, right now, what is happening, what we are going through in the last 12 months is nothing, there is nothing specific. It's a global macro.
No, but otherwise in general?
In general, always you can do better.
Of course.
See,
what stops us? I mean, is it capital market reforms or is it something else?
I would say everything is a reform in the sense that whatever rules of the game you change for in a positive way for the player, it is going to take you, few more guys will come. Say like in last budget or before that, they made tax holiday for all the sovereign wealth fund participating in this country. It will go a long way. In short while we would have not seen much, but as we go forward, it is going to go long way in terms of attracting funds. So clearly, every single step will have a cumulative effect, the way foreigners look at it. But current problems of whatever exits we have seen, which is unprecedented in the sense that I don't know, $50-60 billion have gone relentlessly in last 10-12 months. That is more because of global macro. It is not very India specific issue, and actually to some extent India is specific issue because Indian retail at the same time participated much more vigorously in Indian market, and that allowed the market to outperform with the rest of the pack, and that was taken as a signal that since this is a outperforming and it is more expensive compared to other emerging markets, let's get out of here. And liquidity provided was also fantastic.
Sure.
So the foreigners, they found it easy to sell here and get out and balance their portfolios between the developed market and emerging market. So that is what was a good thing for India actually, the domestic locals coming in, that actually provided buffer, liquidity, buffer, valuation, everything to the foreigners. So it's a quirk kind of thing, I would say, which has happened. But having gone, I don't think it is going to be that easy for them to re-enter the market. I think the cost of entering back will be far higher.
Simply because the valuations haven't buckled down too much.
No, because there is a guy who is standing, who is continuously putting in. The domestic guy. See, domestic flow is far more structural.
Sure.
You know, they are there permanently, 24/7. They don't have any option but to. The markets are attractive. The returns have been very good, and the return on the fixed income side has been not so attractive. So clearly, it is and then you have the campaign going on. You know, mutual fund sahi hai. So a lot of these factors have, and finally the onboarding. You know, onboarding of the domestic investors since January 20, the digital onboarding that has simply exploded the number of participants. Earlier there were 40 million demat accounts. Now there are 100 million demat accounts. Every month we are getting 2 to 3 million accounts, even in the depressed market. So this particular revolution, I would say, actually it is no short of revolution. What is going on right now? From 40 million we have come to 100 million, and I'm reasonably sure in next 3 to 4 years it will become 200 million, and then we are headed for 300 million. So this particular, it opens up a large amount of the savings pool, equity savings pool for the markets, for the entrepreneurs. You know, and that is why the valuations are somewhat higher than in other parts of the world. And that is actually eventually people realize that this is the superiority of Indian market system than many other market systems. And then foreigners will, at that point of time, when right now there are the red signals all over the world, you know what all is happening. But at some point of time, in 6 months, 1 year's time, when dust settles, and when the world comes to post-COVID settlement, and you know, and then the then they'll realize that this is a place where we want to come. But when they want to come, they've already started coming. For the last 15, 20 days, we are seeing as they start coming in and they want to bring back that 50, 60 billion. And they're not going to bring back 50, 60 billion, let me tell you. They're going to come with 100, 200 billion. At that point of time, markets are going to go where it has to go. So what I'm saying is that this game is going to become bigger.
Sure.
Why it is going to become bigger? Because we have provided them very, very honorable exit.
Sure.
So that has increased their confidence to go back with bigger bets next time, because they have the confidence that this market system works. So we have to only make it better as we go forward.